Hi, this is the Tiger Wolf 55.
And this is the Ninja Psychic Wonderloo.
And welcome to this week's episode of our Batpalooza series here on Cinema Semantics. Okay, well, last week we did our review of Batman 66 with Adam West.
No, I don't even want to go there again. Anyway, our next Batman movie is going to be... We're going to review...
Yes.
A Batman movie.
Wow. Ninja, you're a genius.
Wait. We're going to be reviewing Batman... Returns?
Okay, you're the bigger Batman fan, really. How is it that you can be so clueless when it comes to his movies?
Can I just pay attention to who's behind the mask and how well they're portraying the mask?
No, it's not Batman Returns. At that point, he hadn't arrived yet.
Piffle.
The next Batman movie that's on our repertoire is Batman 89.
I don't remember numbers being in any of the titles.
That's because it wasn't. The official title of the movie is just Batman. Fans just call it Batman 89 because it was released in 1989 and in order to tell the difference between the Adam West movie, which was also just titled Batman.
Well, then why didn't they just come up with a different title?
Because they didn't need to. This was the first big budget Batman movie.
Yeah, but see, to make sure that people wouldn't get mixed up between
Ninja,
Batman...
what is with you?
What?
Get over the numbers. It's something that fans call it, alright?
Fine. Okay, so, begin the introduction.
Batman 89, released in 1989, directed by Tim Burton, released by Warner Brothers Pictures in association with DC Comics, starring Jack Nicholson as Jack Napier the Joker, Michael Keaton as Batman Bruce Wayne, and Kim Basinger as Vicky Vale. Well, since you did that wonderful, glorious...
Get your hand off me.
Touchy. Okay, I get to do the synopsis this week.
Go for it.
Alright, the movie opens up with the amazing theme strung by Danny Elfman. We open up on a dark Gotham night.
Isn't it always dark there?
It does seem like it, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's totally enshrouded in darkness. Anyway, the camera opens up on a family. A man, his wife, and their young son. As they leave a movie theater, they decide to take a shortcut down an alleyway.
Whoa. Wait a minute.
What?
Are you going to go into his whole life story?
Well, that's the thing, though. I'm not going into Batman's whole life story because Tim Burton pulled a gotcha on the audience at that point. The family does get mugged, but they get away unscathed. Instead of a murder, we see the burglar meet up with a friend of his, and as they divvy up the spoils, they begin to talk about a new urban legend that is circulating around Gotham's underworld of a strange, dark, bat-like creature that stalks the criminals at night.
Scary.
Yep. What makes it even creepier is that even as they're talking, this giant bat-like figure descends from the shadows and proceeds to take the both.
Dun, 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 dun.
Wrong music.
Piffle.
Well, anyway, one of these burglars is knocked out. The other one is being hung over the ledge of a tall building. When the burglar asks who this person is, we get our first, "I'm Batman."
And so it begins.
Well, as the movie progresses, we witness Bruce Wayne in his personal life as billionaire playboy, hosting parties, doing the social scene, and also getting involved with new up-and-coming reporter Vicky Vale.
Meh. Boring. Bland.
How many times do I have to tell you, save your personal analysis until after the synopsis?
I said 2 words. How is that my opinion?
Oy vey. Meanwhile, while Bruce Wayne is putting the moves on Vicky Vale, we witness a mob lieutenant, Jack Napier, begin to make his moves in Gotham's underworld as well. He's getting in trouble with his mob boss because of the fact that he's been fooling around with the boss's girlfriend. So the boss uses his connections in Gotham's corrupt police force to stage a botched robbery on a chemical plant in Gotham in order to take Jack out. Unfortunately, things don't exactly go as planned. The sting happens, and Jack is certainly going to get shot down, except for one thing. Batman shows up. He messes everything up for just about everybody, and in the scuffle that ensues, Jack Napier is shot in the face and gets dropped into a tank of acid. He survives, but his skin is bleached, and the plastic surgeon that took care of him was unable to reconnect the severed nerves in his face, resulting in a disfigured grin that's going to be permanently affixed there. This snaps Jack's already fragile mind, and he ends up becoming the new mob boss, calling himself the Joker. He begins his victimization of Gotham City by terrorizing its populace with a new form of chemical attack he calls Smilex, which he has infused into many of Gotham's cosmetic products. The problem is that nobody can trace exactly which cosmetic products have this. Batman has to find a way to stop the Joker, as well as save Vicky Vale, who the Joker has taken a shine to, all while discovering who the Joker is, how the Joker connects to Batman's own past, as well as figuring out how to lead his dual life of Bruce Wayne and Batman. And that's pretty much the movie. Okay, well, Ninja, thoughts?
It was a pretty good movie. I really liked how Michael Keaton portrayed Batman because he had a really good balance between Bruce Wayne and Batman. You know, he knew how to be the fun playboy without going over the top, but he also knew how to be the down and gritty Batman that he had to be. Also partially to make sure that nobody found out who he was, and just because, you know what, this is my other side. This is my other personality. Yeah, I'm going to let him out.
Agreed. Michael Keaton did do a very good job. At times, you kind of get the idea that maybe this guy isn't entirely put together in his brain. I'm not sure exactly how to put it. There's a slight fear that he might actually be just as crazy as the criminals that he's taking down.
It's called being one hammer short in the toolbox, or one fry short of a Happy Meal, or...
Okay. Going too far there, Ninja.
Whatever. Probably the biggest thing that I don't like about this movie is Vicky Vale. She was a bit annoying, and the actress, nothing against her, but her portrayal, it was just kind of whiny.
She was a damsel in distress. There wasn't much else to her. What do you want? Batman isn't exactly known for his love interests, other than one or two, and they've usually been the femme fatales of the comics anyway.
The femme what?
Catwoman, Talia al Ghul, that kind of thing.
Okay. Little words, Wolf. Little words. Other than that, I thought this was a really good movie. You?
Definitely. Jack Nicholson was very good as the Joker, I thought. I never really thought of him as the best Joker, even as a kid. When I was little and I saw Batman, I never really saw the Joker when I watched Jack Nicholson. Maybe it's because of the fact that we saw Joker's entire backstory. And while, yeah, it is based on the comic story, The Killing Joke, the idea behind that story was that even the Joker himself isn't entirely sure about his past. And I think that actually adds to the character to not know anything about who he was before he was the Joker. Here, the mystery is taken away, so I don't know. It did take something away, and I always just saw a guy playing the Joker, never the Joker himself. Not that that takes away from Jack Nicholson's performance in any shape, way, or form.
No. But also, when I think of the Joker, I don't think of necessarily a young man, but I think of someone who's more like in his 30s, like early to mid 30s. And so he's kind of spry, you know, he can, you know, he just by looking at him, he just gets under your skin because it's like, I don't know, you just get a certain picture in your head, probably because of the cartoon, at least for me, but looks-wise, he just didn't fit.
That's because since the Batman movie was in the scripting process, they always wanted Jack Nicholson as the Joker. For obvious reasons, take a look at his film history. The problem was, by the time they actually got around to making it, Jack Nicholson was a little old to portray the kind of Joker that had been seen in the comics or cartoon series of the times. They were able to use it fairly well for the backstory and how they ended up connecting him to Batman, but the reasons and the way that they connected everything, it made the Joker far too old for me. He wasn't as much of a threat as he should have been for me.
Yeah.
But That's a relatively minor complaint. Everything else about this movie was great. The atmosphere was very dark and gothic.
Without being overly scary and weird. It actually had some, I think it had like 1 or 2 daylight scenes.
Oh, several more than that. I also enjoyed the more personal scenes with Bruce Wayne and Alfred. And the whole Batman versus Gotham's underworld while being a vigilante not allied with the Gotham police force worked out very nicely. I think they adapted that very well as well.
Yeah. So overall, this was a really good movie.
Yeah. 1 or 2 missteps, but
Most movies have that.
yeah, you can't expect anything to be perfect. Overall, this was a very good movie. So there you have it. The first big budget live action Batman movie. It was a hit. We love it. Definitely highly recommended.
Definitely. So,
Now the question is, are you going to be able to remember this or any of the other Batman movies afterwards if all you're doing is looking at the men behind the mask?
now it's not that I don't remember the movie. Like, I remember this movie. I just don't know the titles. That's all. Well, I mean, I know the newest
I
titles.
suggest that you
but
get to know all of them before we continue.
Do I have to?
It would help.
But you're so good at letting me know things. You're like a trivia book.
You're going to be doing the titles for the next few episodes.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
You can't make me.
Wrong. For Cinema Semantics, this is the Tiger Wolf 55.
And this is the Ninja Psychic Wonderlo.
See you next week.
Bye-bye.